Greetings, viewers, and welcome to another Slacker Symposium. We're glad that you're tuning in. Tonight, we're going to be talking about why, despite all of the conversations happening out on the intrawebs right now about one of our favorite topics, despite all of that, what we thought we would bring you tonight is a discussion centered on why Wine and Dine is actually going to be better because the races are canceled. Mm-hmm. So without further ado, let's chat. Lindsay Reed.
Yes.
Why, in your opinion, is Wine and Dine Weekend going to be better without the actual running?
So I've thought about this long and hard. We've had some time to absorb this. I have a lot of reasons, but I don't want to steal them from everybody. Oh, I'm going to point out, first of all, so this is Wine and Dine shirt, 2018. This was my favorite medal. You may be thinking I'm wearing this because I'm sad Wine and Dine is canceled, but actually, this is the hardest race I've ever run. And after finishing this 3-course challenge, I was in the bus with my father, Billy, who came to cheer me on with Jody. They're so nice. And I looked at him and said, I'm never running another race again after this race because it was after I got my brain pacemaker. It's a little hard. So I'm wearing this in honor of the fact that some races suck and you don't want to run them. So much like some races are terrible, I am delighted that Wine and Dine is taking a different focus this year. Because it's being canceled because of the COVID. But so one of my first reasons that I'm excited about Wine and Dine being canceled and how it's going to be better is that I am not going to be elbowed in the face trying to shop for merchandise. We all have a story. We've all seen things when we're at the expo. We're trying to get our swag and some overzealous eBayers are elbowing us, pushing us away. And it's just a pretty chaotic environment. So instead, I'm going to shop for merch, not like a peasant. I'm going to be going through a pleasantly air-conditioned gift shop environment in the parks, and I will not be wounded in the process. So that is reason number one, Wine and Dine is going to be better.
Good lead off. I like that. Yeah. Yes, blow it up. You deserve that.
I like that.
No injuries.
No injuries. We'd like to welcome Olive to the program tonight.
Hi, Olive.
Outdoor edition.
Hi,
here. She spends most of her time on the back porch. M to the K, I'm excited to hear why you would think that Wine and Dine Weekend is actually going to be better due to the cancellation. And Olive's very interested in your answer, too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to kind of jump on the bandwagon with others that are slightly disappointed because this was going to be my first Wine and Dine experience. So yeah. I was looking forward to all of the reservations with the Slacker Club and the followers to meet and greet, as we go through the parks and be recognized, selfies. I was ready for it.
Yeah. They were already calling your name when we were there the last time.
Oh, I can't wait to meet my fans and followers. I can't wait to shake their hand and, bring a little bit of sunshine to them by meeting into the Kelsey.
Like you always do.
However, when I started to think, I don't have to get up at 2:30 in the morning, and I don't have to pretend that I'm happy to be there at 2:30 in the morning. I can sleep in and eat some Mickey waffles and then catch up with the slackers and go hit up all those restaurants and snack foods and rides. Table service, all of that. I still get to do that, and I get to have even more time in the park.
Yeah.
Instead of, watching Jay Crows leave us in the dust, Corral A, B, wherever he ends up, and the rest of us are just struggling to stay up with him. So that makes me feel a little bit better.
I think. Or you Corral A once, Jaros.
Oh, yeah, during Wine and Dine, I was with Corral A in the 5K, of course.
He came back to me, actually.
That was for Dopey.
Dopey, yes.
2020. I came back to you, so I'm a good friend.
something I may not have done for him. So what a
He
good guy.
has not done and will not do for him.
Thank you, Jezre. Thank you.
You've come back with me.
Have I?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe.
Once.
Yeah, maybe a Star Wars.
It's for a 5K.
I wouldn't
Star
for the
Wars
half or
10K
full,
maybe?
but maybe a 5K. I'd probably do that. Maybe a 10K. M to the K, thanks for that info. I agree with you. It's going to be a little different not having the running crew there and us gather. Many of us will probably still be there, but I know many will opt not to make the trip down there, understandably. So, Jez D, we throw it to you with all your wisdom, with your wine and dine experience, with this supposed to be your glorious return to the runDisney Forum. I'm interested to hear how you feel this is going to be a better experience without the races.
You know, I was really holding out on coming back to the runDisney experience. Wanted to make sure that it was a just earth-shattering experience for myself and for everybody who was expecting to meet me. But instead, the convid, ruiner of all things in 2020. Just everything tanking. So, the name is Wine and Dine, not Run and Dine, not Wine and Run.
Good job.
It's Wine and Dine.
Yeah.
And even though I am a true slacker and like to eat all the things and whatnot, I still find myself being a little bit more careful during a race weekend. No race, no careful. Eat all the donuts, eat all the sweets, eat all the meat, eat all the things, and just have a beautiful, happy time. And that is why Wine and Dine will be better without the running.
I'm going to tattoo that on my person, that it's not run and dine, it's wine and dine. So good perspective. It's like runDisney gave us the tools to begin with.
It was there. It was right in front of us.
Yeah.
So if you've ever ridden a go-kart, you know that a go-kart commercially has what's called a general on it. And that's so they can moderate your speed. So if you're out at one of these go-kart tracks, they can ensure you don't go above 27 miles an hour. What I'm hearing from Jess D is there's going to be no general this year at Wine and Dine.
No.
She's going to be able to go full throttle, and I can't wait personally to be there to see it.
Cool go-kart trivia.
Yeah,
I know.
you.
Didn't
You're
know
welcome.
that. I'm going to have to bring like 3 different sizes of shorts so that as my waist circumference changes by
Brilliant.
the amount of food I eat,
Elastic
be good to go.
is all of our friend.
Wine and dine fluffies. Let's do it.
So, starring tonight as the Swedish chef, we have Jarrox and Spoon. He's loaded up in his gear. That's a lot of clanging going on.
Release it.
That's a lot of medals. This man has a lot of wine and dine experience. He's coaxed me into my first race, which was Wine and Dine 2017. So I can't wait to hear why the man with this much clout, knowledge, experience, and a great hat would feel like it'd be possible that this could be the best wine and dine yet. Enlighten us, Jarrox and Spoon.
Of course. Yes, I do have all 12 of my Wine and Dine medals. I know some people might have more than that. Wine and Dine is my favorite race weekend of all. So when I heard of the cancellation, was I sad? No, not really. like it was alluded to earlier. We do not have to run. We don't have to wake up at M. Kelsey, props to you for waking up at 2:30. Takes me a little bit longer to get ready. I gotta, get up and make sure the biological processes do its process.
Make sure Unicorn Gold is being used properly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then got to get my costume ready. And but it's not a costume. I'm not like
your outfit.
Anything. My outfit. Don't have to wait in a corral.
The worst.
As Linz and I discussed earlier, don't have to watch people dance 80s music. in the corral or
You
sit
guys
in the
are
corral. Yeah, you guys are awesome. So well, we don't have to do that. We don't have to train.
But what?
Yes. Now, every time I go out for a run, I just feel like I am doing this because I just want to make myself feel good.
Yeah, it's bonus.
Not because I am behind on training for a race.
No.
Yeah, because we're supposed to be able to roll out of bed and do a 2-course challenge plus a 5K.
It's fine. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
That's
Doesn't
right.
matter how fast we do it.
Plus, before the cancellation, I made the park reservations. We also had dining reservations too, because 180 days already passed before that, and we got all the reservations that we wanted to. That was probably the saddest part. Not the races getting canceled. It's our dining reservations that got canceled because we had Signature Dining Day all planned out. We had Cinderella's Royal Hotel for dinner all the way down to
Carefully
Victoria and Albert's for dinner. Without park hopping, it's going to be a little more difficult to do, but I think we can make it happen. In a future video, you will see how Linz and I think successfully did a Signature Dining Day one day.
100% signaturely dined that day.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see if we can do that for Wine and Dine. Plus, making the dining reservations, I made it based upon, okay, after this race, we're going to go eat here and eat here, and then we're going to have an early dinner, lunch dinner. But now, no, we can eat dinner at dinner time.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
We can
Maybe
eat
buffets
dinner.
will be open. Yeah.
The world.
Maybe Boma's
is our
open.
water.
We can eat dinner at the time that not a elderly person would eat at it.
Yeah, so now it's not like we're eating at Luby's for dinner.
It's truth. First.
Yeah.
What's
Hers
Luby?
or Luby's or the cotton patch?
Enlighten Lens Reed on Luby's, please.
Luby's. We do not have a Luby's anymore. Luby's turned into Genghis Grill, which now turned into an ER.
That does a lot of convid testing, actually.
Yeah. Lots of content testing.
Luby's. If we find a Luby's, we'll have to eat there at like 3 p.m.
There's one
You
in
have to eat there at 3. Yes, and get the liver and onions.
Liver and onions. I'll get may I have the liver and onions without the onions, please?
That's my favorite meal, liver and onions, I believe.
So yeah, dining without constraints, and it's not like going to Oga's before a marathon stopped us from enjoying the concoctions from the crime boss Oga herself.
But you did not have dinner reservations after Oga's before the marathon, so now you could.
Because you had to go night.
Yeah.
Now you can.
What
You
did
could even
we
have
eat for
late
dinner?
night ice cream.
Oh yeah, I remember.
You had burritos, sir.
I had burritos. I had 2 frozen burritos.
Marathon
that
fuel.
That is a dinner demise at Disney.
It's true.
But I didn't want to
Disney
stand
dinner
in
demise.
line at the Saratoga quick serve. So I was like, I'm gonna eat these burritos and finish this marathon tomorrow. And did I? Yes, indeed.
Yeah, you did.
Link above.
Shortened course, but you did.
Yeah, I did. Once the bus moved, I hit 26.2.
There you go.
So, and also another big reason, 100% of us are opting for the refund. So yeah, we're going to either use that to spend on food or just place that into the Star Wars bucket.
It's a lightsaber.
Yes, it is.
That's like
you need your
cute.
Tano blades, right?
Yes.
Ooh.
I'll pay for my Tano blade.
It got dark really quick there, Justin.
It really
Sun's
did.
down. The sun's down here. It's probably a good time for a campaign update. It's campaign update. The campaign office has been pretty quiet here lately. We've been making our rounds out on the water. The boat's been out tooling around every weekend, but Jez D doesn't know this yet, but it's probably time we need to meet and start getting our campaign materials together. Probably need to get a mailer together because that November election's coming up. So we could appreciate your continued support out there. the outpouring of support from the video for the kickoff edition of Dopey Training was amazing. And it really made me know that this really was a national campaign for a neighborhood election. So keep up the support, wear your t-shirts, wear your buttons, and know that there's more on the way. And we will be victorious in November.
We will celebrate when.
We would probably, that's about the time that we might be at the WDW, if I'm correct.
Yeah, Election Day is November 3rd. We fly out November 4th.
Thank you, campaign manager. And so I hope that I in lieu of a Joyful Miles meetup, I really would love to have a election night
Candidate
rally. Yes, a party with signs and balloons and American flags and captain hats. So let's make that happen. Another reason why we can make Wine and Dine even better without the races is we don't have to worry about going to bed. We can have
Like a parade.
Yes, we can have a parade that night celebrating victory. So
May I suggest that the parade be by the bar at homecoming, complete with squeeze bottles? May I just
squeeze bottles for everyone.
Bottles.
Yes.
We may
Grab
still
a
have to
squeeze
be
bottle.
6 feet away.
Yeah, hopefully not. Squeeze bottle, go and get you some sushi, and then walk right back across the sidewalk and get another squeeze bottle. Parade through. But no voters that we will be planning a big celebration at the WDW. You'll want to be there to celebrate this neighborhood election victory.
This sounds like the best meetup I've ever heard.
Yeah.
It sounds better than anyone I've been to yet. So we have that going for us.
Yep.
And it's on arguably the greatest stretch of WDW property, the little walkway between Homecoming and Morimoto.
Yes, that's the best 12 feet on property. Yes.
Yep. Accurate. Yeah. Except maybe that little stretch of like the journey to Tiffin's 12 feet away.
Yes.
Walking toward it and you see it and you know what's about to happen. But
You want to hug the sign.
I would say that's up there. Jarox and Spoon, thanks for your wisdom on why this would be the best Wine and Dine ever without racing. My 2 cents are, as a healthcare worker, I didn't even know that Wine and Dine was canceled until about 24 to 48 hours later.
why was that?
Because
Dustin Crow?
I happened to FaceTime 2 of my best friends who happened to be engaged, and I was congratulating them on.
Who's that?
Yeah, these 2. If you don't already know, this channel has brought the love. It's like the love connection.
True. Greatest love story ever told.
Yes,
Haven't been told yet.
I was FaceTiming them the congratulations, and that's when I was informed that Wine and Dine had in fact been canceled, which was about 48 hours after the announcement. M to the Kelsey, who's my good friend, had tried to inform me, but I missed the text because convid.
You did not have the convid. You're battling the convid.
That's correct. As a frontline worker in charge of the outpatient response to convid in our community, being upset about some races at Disney being canceled. Yeah. I mean,
not that big of a deal in the world.
It might have hurt my feelings
fighting
at one
convid.
point, but based on what I do all day, every day, my feelings are not that hurt. Is it disappointing? Yep. Do I wish that I was training right now to run those races? Yep. Am I going to be upset about it? That was supposed to be my PR race. I was going to set a 1:45 goal.
What?
So that was going to be my fastest half marathon ever. And I was serious about it and still am. But emotionally, am I going to be upset about it? No. Come to work with me for 8 hours tomorrow and you'll see why.
Same.
I'm not upset about a race at Disney getting canceled.
Tell me where your emotions are these days. Where do you feel them? Are they like really repressed down deep?
Here,
Do you feel
they
them
down
in your heart?
here.
Where are your emotions these days, J. Crow?
I'm kind of numb, actually. If we talk about an emotional spectrum, I'm probably on the numb side.
Okay.
Work stress is extremely high. Concerned for my community, concerned for my employees, concerned for my family. I was supposed to go see Fish in Atlanta this weekend. That obviously is not happening. Star Wars canceled. Wine and Dine canceled. So I don't want to delegitimize people's feelings about being upset about our new norm. However, I do think it's a time to hit the perspective button and say, wow, are we lucky? Are we lucky we get to go to Disney? Yeah, you need to hit the perspective button and say, we are very fortunate that we get to do all these things that we do and get to show up at the WDW and be kids, be 30-year-old, 40-year-old kids for a week. Well, that time's not right now. Right now, we all need to be adults and be smart and focus on what's important. So I can understand people's emotional response to not being able to do things we want to do. However, it is a great time to reflect on what we get to do. And so I know I'm going to be much more excited when I get to go back and race, when I get to go see my favorite band. It's going to be even more amazing. It's going to feel even better because we're going all through what we're going through right now. So I think that's the perspective change we need to make from, oh, pity me, I don't get to, oh my goodness, I'm so glad I got to. And hopefully I'll get to do it again. Ooh. So that's the J. Crow's perspective. Jarox and Spoon probably just lost like 50 viewers.
Ladies and gentlemen, vote Crow 2020.
I want to have a J. Crow's perspective corner from now on. J. Crow's perspective.
As long as it has a theme song, I'm into it.
I just wrote it right now.
Yeah.
I heard it, but it was beautiful.
So for the symposium, final thoughts and feelings on why Wine and Dine is going to be the best Wine and Dine weekend we've ever had.
Because we're still all going to be there, and we're all going to eat a lot, and we're not going to have to worry about going to sleep, waking up.
And we'll still get to be together.
Yep, and hopefully the crowds are still going to be low, and it'll be
I have
fun.
an idea that is a little bit of a spoiler, sir. If you would like to reinvest your race registration, there will be another opportunity to participate in an athletic endeavor, and that is something that Jarox and Spoon and I have talked about as the Slack and Dash alternative to Wine and Dine. So if you would like to reinvest your $400 registration, if you didn't pay $400, please send $400 to jaroxandspoonnation.com. I don't know if that's a new website.
Hold on, let me buy it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And with that registration money, you will have the opportunity, friends, the incredible opportunity to run not one, not two, but 3 races with the Slackers over Wine and Dine weekend. I hear that there's a lake at the resort we're going to be at. And so perhaps, Justin, you can still get your half marathon PR. Jed, you can run with a bottle of wine during the 10K. Michelle, you will get to experience your very first Wine and Dine event under the guise of the Slack and Dash.
But you're forgetting one detail.
What's that?
The Slack and Dash distances are a third of the original distances.
Appropriately.
Woo!
So Friday, we're running a mile. Saturday, 2 miles. How do you feel about 4 miles on Sunday, Charles?
Well, we'll just do a 5K.
Okay, approved.
So
It's much better than 4 miles.
We've got to hit California Grill brunch for Sunday.
Yep. So you are invited to send your registration money to us, and then you will get to participate in Slack and Dash 2020.
Yeah, the medal's going to be better than whatever medal they're showing right now. It's not that hard to do.
And for an extra registration fee, you can have a meet and greet with the newly elected Lytle Lake District Director, Manager, District Director person.
That was
Yes,
all
you can-
completely accurate.
Yep. You can
All
meet
right.
him from 6 feet away behind plexiglass.
Yes,
True.
yes, as long as you have had a COVID test within the last 48 hours.
Can we get a little like Pope Mobile for you? For visitors and friends?
We will. We'll get a Surrey bike with plexiglass on it.
Yes, yes, I like that.
And shower curtains in between.
This is so much better than Wine and Dine was going to be.
So much better.
So much
Everything we
better.
talked about was so much better.
And if we had 4 people register, we just got $1,600.
That
That's
pays for
dinner.
some of our dopey expenses.
Yeah.
And for an extra $100, you can come to brunch with us, but you may not get to sit at our table, and we won't pay for your food.
You may have to sit in the waiting room.
And we'll tell you. We'll send pictures of our food
Yes.
and delete our phone number from your cell phone.
Black and Dash 2020, hosted by Jarox and Spoon, J. Crow, Jez, the original Slackers.
Hashtag.
Yep, the OGs. So you're welcome. It's fine.
Well, we hope that this edition of the Slacker Symposium has lifted your spirits in spite of the news coming out of the runDisney headquarters. Keep your chin up. Keep your spirits up. Stay well. And you know what I'm going to say, right, Jesse?
I do.
Test negative.
Stay positive.
Stay positive and test negative.